Greetings, fellow test subjects. Test subject 1337 here for Aperture Gaming. They make it. We test it. You play it. And welcome to Aperture Game Reviews. Now, we apologize. This game has been out for a few weeks, so we were a little tardy to the party getting to it, but we're here now. We enjoyed it, and this is a special occasion for me. Well, it's kind of, because this will be my first game review I've done for a Steam game. Everything else I've done up until this point has been mostly console-based. So yeah, this will be the first. Game I've done for the PC and on Steam. So let's get into the review. Series. The game I'm reviewing is called Hi-Fi Rush, and it is a brand spanking new series, new property, new. So it's not a sequel, it's not a prequel, and it's not an in-between-quel. But if I was to say, I'd say it was almost like the spiritual successor of No Straight Roads, which in itself was the spiritual successor of Brutal Legend. So yeah, it's new, but this game, it reminds me of a whole lot of stuff, and you'll see as I further explain it. Team. Okay, so when I saw the opening credits for this, I was a little shocked, and when Game Informer was talking about it, it said they worked on this game, but here's what. They said that the team that worked on this game worked on some other game, which I never played. But, okay, so this game, it was developed by Tango Gameworks. And I was like, what? So I'm looking it up, and Tango Gameworks, the last time I mentioned that studio on this channel was for Ghostwire Tokyo. Yeah, so it's developed by them, but it's produced by Bethesda. So yeah, Dishonored, Deathloop, Fallout, Wolfenstein. It does not come close. So both these studios and all the games I mentioned, it does not come close to being like anything. It's a game all its own, all new. Plot. So the plot is as follows. Now, we here at Aperture, we do a service to the world. We make and test products, and we sell it to you, the customer. And so, we stand behind a true beacon of doing what's right. We do what we must because we can, because it is right. Which means every other corporation out there is evil. So the plot of this game involves an evil corporation, because Aperture is good, Portal is good, but Vandelay is not good. It's a campus slash island slash company which specializes in giving people mechanical limbs. So maybe a little bit of cyberpunk or Deus Ex. You play as the main character, Chai, who signs up to get a brand new mechanical limb. He does, but in doing so, he finds out he's defective, and defects have to be dealt with through QA, quality assurance. Anyway, later on he will team up with. Let's see, I need to make sure I have the name correct here. Oh yeah. After discovering that, after almost being destroyed, he teams up with the first person he teams up with is with a woman named Peppermint. She and her mechanical cat, 808, or Bob, all three of them must work together to figure out the evil corporation and what they are doing, all the while grooving and moving to the beat. How will this all play out in the end? Well, you gotta play the game, you gotta play to win. Gameplay controls. So to play this game, this is my first Steam review, so it's my first review of a PC game. So with your right hand, if you are like the majority of people, your right hand, it controls the camera where you'll be looking and moving in directions. Left click is for standard attack, right click is for heavy attack, and as for your left hand, you need to grow 4 or 5 more fingers because you have to control moving forward, backward, left and right, the dodge key, the jump key, the key that turns on and off the assisted beat tracker, the quick grapple key, and the special attack key, and the switch partner key, and the switch which special attack you want to use key. So yeah, it's a whole lot of keys you gotta memorize. Yeah, so everything in the game is moving. So like you see, things are moving in beat and time, and enemies attack on the beat, and you have to figure out how to dodge on the beat and attack on the beat also, because if you do that, you get bonus strength and points for doing that. And as you do it, after each battle, you get rewarded a score for speed, style, yeah, so a myriad of factors, so like the Beautiful Joe thing. Also, during combat, you build up your special gauge meter. It's and once the fight is over, it burns out completely. If you haven't used it, you lose it. So kind of like a little reminder of No More Heroes with Travis Touchdown. As you go through the game, you can explore around some of the areas and you collect like gears and cogs. So a little reminiscent of Ratchet and Clank. And you can use these to upgrade yourself, almost like a little bit of Sunset Overdrive. You can unlock new attacks, you can unlock new special abilities, you can unlock items to like increase your special bar meter, your health meter, your stamina, and you get a teammate that you can tag in at any point where they can either help you in combat or with other situations. And as for Chai and Peppermint, their relationship, this is a little weird. From how he looks and dresses and acts, and how she acts, it's almost, let's see, a relationship I'm getting a very strong, the Dragon Prince vibe. Like, let's see, uh, like Ryla, Rayla and Caleb. It kind of gives off that vibe. If you haven't seen The Dragon Prince, it's on Netflix, but it's a really good series. If you're a fan of the Avatar series, and I mean the Nickelodeon, Last Airbender, and Legend of Korra, check it out. But yeah, they have the same kind of vibe going with them. And yeah, sorry about throwing all these titles at you of other video games, but like I said, this game just reminded me of so many different games and movies and shows. It is really good. Graphics. The visuals of this game are amazing. It's cell shaded. Like it does a cool thing in some scenarios where it cuts to the cutscene is all animated, but then the other cutscenes are actually in-game footage of the characters talking and interacting with each other. So visually, this game looks great. I love it. Audio. The audio, of course. Since this is a rhythm-based game, like when I first heard it was a rhythm-based game, I was thinking of the game PNO3. It was a third-person rhythm-based combat game. It was back in the GameCube era. It was part of a game collection like the Capcom 5. Look it up, it's here on YouTube. And Beautiful Joe was actually part of the Capcom 5. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, so that was weird. But like I said, it's more along the lines of No Straight Roads, especially with the whole combat timing thing and keeping to the beat. So the audio, like I said, is the main focus because like the whole game, everything is moving in time with the audio to help, and the audio changes. The game has two soundtracks. It has like an original music for the game, and then it has music that's officially licensed by real world actual bands. And here's what, since it's on Steam, the people who made this game, they know what they're doing. They're like, okay, so people are going to be streaming this game and reviewing it, so if they're going to live stream it, there's a switch you can turn on. So when you're live streaming it, it doesn't play the licensed stuff, and it just plays the original music, which this way you don't get fined or penalized by whatever video streaming service you're using to live stream the game. So kind of cool how they thought about that. But there is one weird thing. It's like I compared it to No Straight Roads, but No Straight Roads, they actually released their entire soundtrack, and I got it off iTunes. As for Hi-Fi Rush, it doesn't have anything on YouTube. It doesn't have anything on iTunes. Instead, it has a Spotify channel. It has a list of all the songs that are there on Spotify. So, so sign of the times, different. Multiplayer. There is no multiplayer. DLC. Okay, DLC. Technically, I mean the game already is itself a DLC, and I do see the potential for there being future DLC. But yes, so there is an actual DLC. There's like the regular game, and then there's the deluxe edition. I went for the deluxe edition, and the deluxe edition, the majority of it is like first, it's cosmetic. It alters It gives a lot of clothes variety to Chai, and but also, like I said, the gear and cog currency in the game. It gives you 20,000 of those right off the bat to help you with purchasing upgrades for Chai. Yeah, so basically, the deluxe edition is to help you get more weapons right off the bat, but here's how the game is a little bit self-aware. With the DLC of the clothing, like you get scarf, jacket, pants, shoes, and T-shirts. And one of the t-shirts is a plain white t-shirt with black text that reads, "I bought the deluxe edition and all I got was this t-shirt." Yeah, so you don't need to buy it, but the option is available, and I just thought that was incredibly funny.
Issues.
Uh, there's not really any issues for the game. So I'm trying to figure out if it's my equipment or if it's the game, because like when I was in combat, sometimes I'd be clicking the mouse for attacks, and it was I can't tell if it was an effect from me not clicking in time, or if it was after I got hit. But when I was clicking the mouse, sometimes it wasn't registering. I can't tell if it's the game or my hardware. But then there was one other thing. The second boss you fight, uh, when I was doing the cutscene leading up to the battle, it was weird because the audio and the visual actually kind of was out of sync for a few moments, which is very bad given how this game heavily relies on you having to do everything in sync with audio and visual commands. But after the cutscene was over, everything synced back up and went back to normal. So I can't really tell if there's any issues aside from the visual. That one spot I haven't had any problems with the game. And like I said, I can't tell if it was my mouse or something because you have to actually do everything in time, click, 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 in time with the beat. Boom, boom, boom.
Buy, rent, or pass.
Well, honestly, here's for me. I used to go to Blockbuster to rent games. Then Blockbuster went away. Then when a game was coming out that I saw, that I liked, that I knew I wanted to play and review, I had to search high and low to find the red box that had it and make sure I was there promptly to be able to play it and review it so I could post my review for it. And then Redbox games went away, so it's like, ugh. So now, I don't know if Steam has a rental policy or ability. I don't know. I haven't fiddled around with that too much. I've just been buying some games, but so I can't. I guess you can't rent anything anymore. That seems hard. So I guess I'd say this game is a definitive buy.
Overall score.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, the game is a buy. So everything that this game reminds me of, PNO3, Beautiful Joe, No Straight Roads, and there was the way some of the stuff happened, FLCL, Fully Cooley, or Gurren Lagann. Let's see, Cyberpunk 2077 or Deus Ex. Let's see, The Dragon Prince, Ratchet and Clank, Roller Dome. I think I reviewed that a little while ago. Also a good game. Portal, and No More Heroes. Let's see. Oh, and the power slots, a little bit of Bioshock, Infinite, and Sunset Overdrive. But yeah, so basically, this game has a lot of great stuff going for it. I can't really see anything wrong with it. Aside from a few nitpicks, I'm not sure if it was hardware, and like I said, the visual thing with the cutscene. Overall, I love this game. It's very fun. Great work, great voice work. The characters are very fun to watch and play and interact with. Like I said, you get like I said, as you play as Chai, you build up a more who your secondary companion character is. Yeah, this is a really good game, and like I said, this is my first review of Steam, of a Steam game. So if you haven't gotten Steam, the cool thing is Steam itself is free. It doesn't cost you anything, but you need to make sure you have a really good computer, like maybe a dedicated gaming PC. So before you go jumping on Steam, put in the time, the effort, and the research, and figure out if you also need the hardware, the software, and the money. Well, I guess the money, which would lead to the hardware and the software. Yeah, so, but overall, I'd say as my first review for a Steam game, I give Hi-Fi Rush a solid 10 out of 10. It is very good, it is very enjoyable, nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Yeah, so thank you for sticking around for my review of a Steam game. I know this review goes a little, I think this review went a little longer than my previous ones, but there was just so much to cover, and again, sorry I'm late, but hey, keep an eye out on this channel. I'm going to talk with Lucha Man and see about having him review the Owl House season 3 Part 2, see if that's going to be in the works. So yeah, well anyway, that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Until next time, this has been Test Subject 1337 for Aperture Gaming saying thank you for watching, and as always, game on!